Welcome back, everyone, to the Easy English Podcast. I'm Lucas.
And I'm Sophie. Today's episode is a very important one, especially if you are interested in cryptocurrency. The big question is, what happens when you lose your private key?
That question sounds simple, but the consequences can be dramatic. In fact, losing your private key in crypto is very different from forgetting your email password.
Exactly. So today, we're going to explain everything in simple English. What is a private key? Why is it so important? What really happens if you lose it? And can you recover your money?
Let's start from the beginning. Sophie, what is a private key?
A private key is a secret code. It is usually a long string of letters and numbers. It gives you access to your cryptocurrency wallet. If you have the private key, you control the crypto. If you don't have it, you don't control anything.
So we can say no key, no crypto.
Exactly. In traditional banking, if you forget your password, you can call your bank. You can show your ID. You can reset your password.
But in cryptocurrency, especially in decentralized systems like Bitcoin or Ethereum, there is no central authority.
That's the key difference. Crypto is decentralized. There is no customer service phone number. There is no forgot password button if you are using a non-custodial wallet.
Let's explain a new word, non-custodial. A non-custodial wallet means you control your private keys yourself.
Yes. For example, if you use a hardware wallet or a software wallet like MetaMask, you are responsible for your private key or seed phrase.
A seed phrase is usually 12 or 24 words. These words represent your private key in a human-readable form.
So, if you lose your private key or your seed phrase, what happens?
The short answer, your crypto is still on the blockchain, but you can no longer access it.
That's a very important sentence. Let's repeat it in simple English. Your money is not destroyed. It still exists on the blockchain, but you cannot move it. You cannot send it. You cannot sell it.
It becomes like a treasure locked in a safe, but you lost the only key.
And that safe has no locksmith.
Exactly. No locksmith, no backup, no recovery center.
There have been real cases. Some people lost thousands, even millions of dollars because they lost their private keys.
I remember a famous story. A man threw away a hard drive that contained his Bitcoin private keys. That hard drive is now in a landfill. He has been trying to recover it for years.
Imagine knowing that you own Bitcoin worth hundreds of millions of dollars, but you cannot access it.
That creates psychological stress, regret, anxiety, frustration.
Let's talk about the emotional impact. When someone loses their private key, they often feel shock first.
Then denial. They say, maybe I wrote it somewhere. Maybe I saved it in an email.
Then panic. They search everywhere. Old notebooks, old USB drives, cloud storage.
But if they really lost it and there's no backup, the crypto is practically gone forever.
Now, let's make something very clear. If someone else finds your private key, they can take your crypto.
That's another danger. Losing your key is bad, but having it stolen is even worse.
So we have two risks, loss and theft.
Let's compare crypto to a bank. In a bank, your identity proves ownership.
In crypto, the private key proves ownership.
Not your name, not your passport, not your face.
Just the key.
That's powerful, but it's also dangerous.
This is why people say, with great power comes great responsibility.
When you control your own keys, you become your own bank.
And being your own bank means you must protect your security like a professional.
Let's talk about solutions. How can people avoid losing their private keys?
First, write your seed phrase on paper, not just digitally.
Why not only digitally?
Because computers can be hacked, phones can be stolen, cloud accounts can be compromised.
So paper is safer.
Paper is simple and offline, but it can burn in a fire or get wet or be lost.
So maybe we need multiple backups.
Yes, many experts recommend writing the seed phrase on 2 or 3 pieces of paper and storing them in different secure locations.
Some people even engrave their seed phrase on metal plates to protect it from fire.
That shows how serious this is.
Let's teach a useful expression, better safe than sorry.
That means it's better to take precautions now than regret later.
Now, what about custodial wallets? For example, if someone uses an exchange like Binance or Coinbase.
In that case, the company holds the private keys for you. You don't control them directly.
So if you forget your password, you can reset it.
Yes, but you must trust the company.
So we have a trade-off, convenience versus control.
Exactly. If you want full control, you must manage your keys. If you want convenience, you give control to a company.
But companies can be hacked.
Yes, exchanges have been hacked in the past.
So there is no perfect solution, only different levels of risk.
Let's explain another important concept, irreversibility.
In crypto, transactions are irreversible.
That means once you send crypto, you cannot cancel the transaction.
So if someone steals your private key and transfers your funds, you cannot call anyone to reverse it.
That's why security is everything in crypto.
Now I want to ask you something, Sophie. Do you think losing private keys is one of the main reasons some people are afraid of crypto?
Yes, absolutely. Many beginners are afraid of making mistakes.
And the mistake can be very expensive.
But education reduces fear.
That's why we're doing this podcast.
Exactly. When you understand how private keys work, you can take intelligent precautions.
Let's make a simple example. Imagine you buy $500 worth of Bitcoin.
You store it in a non-custodial wallet.
You write your seed phrase on a small piece of paper.
Then you lose that paper.
Years later, Bitcoin increases in value. Your $500 becomes $50,000.
But you cannot access it.
That's painful.
Very painful.
So what lesson can we learn?
Crypto security is not optional. It is fundamental.
Let's talk about long-term thinking. Many people buy crypto and forget about it.
That's called hodling.
Yes, hodl means holding your crypto long-term.
But if you plan to hold for 5 or 10 years, you must make sure your private key is safe for 5 or 10 years.
Think about life changes, moving to another house, changing countries, getting married, having children.
Your backup system must survive all these changes.
Some people even include instructions about their crypto in their will.
That's smart, because if you die and no one knows your seed phrase, your crypto is locked forever.
Billions of dollars in Bitcoin are estimated to be lost forever because of lost private keys.
That also affects the total supply,
Yes, lost coins reduce the effective circulating supply.
which can increase scarcity.
So, lost keys are tragic for individuals, but sometimes beneficial for overall scarcity.
That's an interesting paradox.
Let's simplify a key sentence for our English learners. If you lose your private key, you permanently lose access to your crypto.
Repeat after us. Permanently lose access.
Permanent means forever.
Not temporary. Not for 1 week.
Forever. Before we continue, let's ask a reflection question to our listeners. Do you know where your private keys or seed phrases are right now?
If you don't know, that's a warning sign.
Take time after this episode to check your security.
Because in crypto, security equals survival.
And responsibility equals freedom.
That's a powerful sentence.
And we'll continue exploring real-life stories, advanced protection strategies, and common mistakes people make with private keys in the next part of this episode.
Stay with us because this topic can save you money, stress, and regret in the future.
And if you're learning English with us, notice how we use simple explanations for complex topics.
That's the goal of the Easy English podcast.
Keep listening, keep learning, and keep your private keys safe.
And we'll continue right now with more practical examples and deeper discussion.